Hello and welcome to the NSA, the National Secrecy Agency. Just kidding, it's actually the National Security Agency. That's just what we here at the NSA like to call it, since one of our mottos is to serve in silence. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on getting a job here as a computer analyst. As a computer analyst, your career will make way for promotion, salary increase, and additional benefits. However, is anything more rewarding than the power to spy on millions of Americans and catch terrorists? As a part of your training, it's my job to teach you some of the history behind the NSA. So that way when you start getting questions about your work, you can not only lie like both President Obama and General Alexander, the head of the NSA here, did during the Snowden leaks, but you can also bore your questioners with, our hardships, struggles, and just general history. Towards the end of World War II, the NSA was formed and approved by President Truman. You remember the guy who dropped the atomic bomb on Japan? He's one of my favorite decision makers. Anyways, later on, he worked long, hard hours to decode and decrypt foreign intelligence during the Cuban Missile Crisis, which, by the way, stopped the nuclear war. You're welcome, America. Go NSA. Let's see what else I have here in my notes. Yes, the Vietnam War. Later on during the Vietnam War, while everyone else was leaving, NSA cryptographers stayed behind to help secure the U.S. Embassy. See, the NSA has a proud history of serving America for the greater good, even when they didn't know about it. You may be wondering where we get our general power and authority. What gives us the right to spy on millions of Americans? Well, as a trainee, I'd like to introduce you to your two best friends. The Patriot Act of 2001 and the FISA Amendments Act of 2008. Excuse me. The Patriot Act of 2001 went into effect after the events of 9/11. Now, essentially, what the Patriot Act allows us to do here at the NSA is to ask for any tangible evidence in an investigation of suspected or maybe known terrorism. Specifically, Section 215 of the Act allows us to track phone records, whether it be who you're calling, the duration of the call, and we say we don't listen in on the content, but when you can, you do. And this, thanks to Snowden, has given us a lot of criticism for abuse of power because of the Act, but when the language in it is so broad, why wouldn't we take advantage of it? Unfortunately, the Patriot Act is coming up for renewal on June 1st of this year, 2015. Now, because of the Snowden leaks back in the summer of 2013, we were initially worried that it wouldn't be renewed or it wouldn't be reformed and just take away from our general power. We don't want that. But that's not a problem. The public doesn't seem to care about what we're doing. They've completely forgotten about what happened summer of 2013. The only thing that really could stop it is a rally of support from the people. Perhaps starting at some state university in Arizona? Nah. Next, we have the most powerful piece of law here at the NSA, the FISA Amendments Act of 2008. Section 702 of this act essentially gives us access to a multitude of online communications without needing a warrant for investigation or just any sort of request for investigation. It's as if the government said to us, keep doing what you're doing, but just in case you get in trouble, here's the ultimate get-out-of-jail-free card. Now that you understand the two most important laws that give us our power, it's important that you understand what we do with that information we get from online and telecommunications once we have it. The process in which we get our information is called data mining. Data mining is defined as, quote, searches of one or more electronic databases of information concerning U.S. persons by or on behalf of an agency or employee of the government. It's a mouthful, isn't it? Since we collect literally millions of pieces of data every day, it'd be impossible for even an analyst like yourself to look through, 5% of that data. So some of our more brainy employees have created these things called algorithms.
seen Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier, you'll know what I'm talking about. Algorithms, essentially what they can do is take all your online data, such as tweets, your emails, your overall telecommunications, your pictures, and they can put it into one place and determine certain things about you. Take our program Xkeyscore, for example. It can go into servers, interfaces, and databases and take an unlimited amount of data. And then it can assign a risk number to any and every person, whether they like it or not. If you're ever worried about getting some entertainment around here, we have another fun algorithm we like to use called LOVEINT. Essentially what it does is it can take your online data and communications and determine love interests. This job's kind of like every overly dramatic novella, except in English. Well, this training video is starting to wind down. All that we have left to talk about now is safety. Excuse me, sorry. Crazy. Sorry about that. Here at the NSA, we like to communicate with each other a lot. We encourage a very family-oriented environment. And I guess there's really no harm in telling you this since Snowden already leaked it, but we like to send each other pictures of some of the stuff we find, whether it be funny pictures or nude pictures, but is it morally wrong? Probably. But here at the NSA, we don't have any morals. So, anyway, sorry about that. Let's just, safety. Let's talk about safety. Strings, strings, strings. There are strings on us. However, there are also not any strings on us. You see, in order for the NSA to conduct an investigation, you must seek approval from the FISA court. Now, since the FISA court's introduction in 1979, along with the original FISA Amendments Act, they've approved over 35,000 of our applications. And in the past 36 years, denied only 12. In fact, Royce Lamberth, a former judge on the FISA court, came out and said in a Time magazine article, "The dog never dissents. He knows, and all of those on the court know, that when we ask, you don't say no." Lastly, it's important for all of our new employees to know that here at the NSA, we simply don't catch terrorists. For instance, under the Patriot Act of 2001, telephone data collection has played little to no role in the stopping of any domestic terror plots. In fact, you want to know what's funny? The most significant plot we've been involved in was stopping a cab driver from sending $8,500 to the Al-Qaeda group in Somalia. Protecting the people of America? It's really not our thing. We prefer to simply violate their privacy, with nothing in return, for no reason they need to know about. Well, we've come to the end of our video, and I'd like to thank you for listening to me talk for the last minutes. I know I can be a bit much at times, but I truly appreciate it. You have a great future ahead of you. You're off to a great start here at the NSA. Well, we keep the rooms dark, but the screens are bright. Anyways, on behalf of the National Security Agency of the United States, thank you for joining us. All hail the Shadow Government.